Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
And typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Jennings. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They're going to throw it again. It's caught. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Irish back on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Right back to the well. Showing off the arm. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Coming, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events.
You know, quarterbacks practice ball security as well throughout the week, and he has to do a better job of keeping two hands on the ball. He knows this defense is trying to rip it out. They're trying to get a hat on the football. He's lucky that he was able to recover his own fumble there.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Flying down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
29 Philly. 2.
Red pass, it's complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here's the return from inside his 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Give to the running back. At the 45 on its way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck, trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy.
He's into the open down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't...
Trying to beat the D deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Irish. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Now the play fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's got it. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They're going to ride this running back.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They'll go back to the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
He's got his man. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. UAB answered the bell away from Protective Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Blazers knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Movement here from the tight end. He'll keep it himself. Got the 1st down and more. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Clear. Unlock.
Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The lone back's got it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
It's complete on the right side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He'll take a shot. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
42 Spider. 4
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Notre Dame! If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Trying to find his man on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Irish.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Line gets set, first down.
Here we go.
The run to the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Complete downfield. He's loose. He's at the 30. The 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Dogs!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First down here for the offense. The give to the tailback. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy.
Racing down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Georgia sends out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here come the Irish, back on offense. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down right there.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll try the right side. Got enough space. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And here comes play number 6 of the drive.
29.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find. And down he goes. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got the back over the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On the run, fires downfield. Fires it incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Touchdown, Georgia! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Flex.
To the air on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're going to run it to the right. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They're working that left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Kane. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll run it from the gun. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Going for 6. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Smashes it between the uprights. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
On second down, looking to throw. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Okay, ready?
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's what we can.
He'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Looking for a productive play on first down.
2-9 Philly.
He'll start this drive firing. And it's hauled in at the 10. Touchdown, Irish. And the punishment has been extended.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity.
Moving toward the end zone, ball out! Defense falls on the ball, going to be a turnover.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Looking to move it through the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets...
Might have misread that one. Would have been better off to leave it with the back. Instead, he'll give up the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Bust through behind his pad. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He's got his man. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athlete...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the pummeling has started.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
Clear. Clear.
Wide receiver shows motion. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Get set. Get set.
Defense in press coverage. The snap sets up to throw. Finds the tight end. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th.
Okay.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
Here we go. Ready.
He's looking to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish, back on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll go right back to him. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They're trying to get to him. Got his man on the right. At midfield, he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Time on the clock. As a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the running back. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go right back to him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Floating away. Firing to the right, complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 32 over the Pandas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Oh, what a move! And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start.
And he breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Cricket.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. From the gun. They're bringing heat. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. With the catch, it's Anthony. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
2-9 Philly.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
I'll tell you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunity.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers. bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And he'll be ushered out of bounds at the 3.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He's right on target. Good, solid tackle. It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.